Man, I swear. Like every time, like it screws up the damn the image. I don't know what's going on with it.
No, she didn't. You cheated. No, she cheated. You cheated. You cheated. He's going to go to 2-0.
To get that clock moving.
26 seconds left to go here.
At Tennessee, ABC 3:30 kick time.
28-6. We're gonna go over the stats here in just a minute.
The Volunteers and 8 in a row.
What we saw, what we liked, what we didn't like, that sort of thing. Currently, right now, at this moment, Clemson has tied it up with Troy, which they were losing most of the game. They also had a rain delay. Georgia had a rain delay. Georgia's rain delay was 2 hours. I think Clemson's was a little bit shorter. Kentucky was giving it to Ole Miss pretty good, and not to mention that Florida is I think currently at this very moment losing to USF, which is just about as hilarious as it gets. As it turns out, Lagway does not know how to play football. We're pulling it up here in just a second. 28-6. I got the stats here in a second. By the way, whoever decided it would be a good idea to put the number 4 team in the country on some backwaters channel and make you pay extra, I hope you get crabs of which there is no cure, sir. Almost intercepted. Florida's winning 15-16 now. But
Android.
Huh?
You have an Android.
Yes. Why? Oh.
Look, honey, I'm thinking of you and not buying off an auction.
He's buying other shit. I got you.
I'm never going to use this. It's $10 fair.
I'd have to look at it to see what kind of selfie stick it is.
$6.99.
What is it?
It's probably a piece of crap made in Taiwan.
No.
No.
I'll have to look at those.
Said, no.
So here we go. 3rd and 10. Fourth quarter just started.
Ooh, this one comes with
Florida's
light.
struggling mightily. I don't know why you would throw that ball, but okay.
This one comes with light.
That's interesting. Might need to look at that one. Okay. So we're going to give everybody a minute or two to jump on here because there's a lot to talk about in this game. Yeah. Their quarterback, Chris Parson, actually did a pretty decent job today. He was 16 for 23, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 60 to 65%. 155 yards. He averaged 6.5 yards a toss. Hit a thumbs up. He had 1 interception. They rushed for 43 yards. Dawg's defense is for real. They held them to an average of 1.6 yards per carry. So that's really good. Austin Paey's receiving at times looked pretty good. They had 151 yards through the air. They had a grand total of less than 200 yards. With this particular win, Georgia extends its home winning streak to, I think, 33, which is now the longest in SEC history. So Georgia's home winning streak, it's undeniable that place, for whatever reason, is a factor. Looking at the stats on the Dawg side, Gunnar Stockton was 26 for 34, which is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 78% completion percentage, which is absolutely elite. Threw for 227 yards, averaged 6.5 yards a toss. Not a lot of big downfield. I think he had 2 downfield that were pretty decent, a 19 and an 18, but nothing dramatic. There were some deep shots he took downfield that I didn't think looked all that great, but I guess that wasn't the game plan today. Georgia went for 190 on the ground, which is pretty impressive considering that last year they never had a single game where they got more than 100 yards in a game. Now they're almost double that here, and they did the same thing last week. Georgia's rushing was 4.8 yards a carry, and that's counting in the 1 yard. There was 3 1-yard losses So that pulls your numbers down pretty hard. Average 4.5. I mean, about 5 yard carry. That's very serviceable. You get the ball on first down, you pick up 5 yards. That leaves you 2 and 5. You run the ball again. You're at 3rd and 1. That really opens up the playbook for a lot of stuff. You can choose to do a check down. You can choose to do a screen pass. You can choose to do a deep shot. You can choose to run the ball. The quarterback option now becomes a thing. So that's really, really useful to be able to have that in your repertoire. Leonard Humphreys fumbled the ball one time today, and Nate Frazier fumbled the ball one time today. 2 fumbles in one game is not good. I don't want to go back to the days where you're doing 3 turnovers in a game. Georgia had 2 sacks today, one by C.J. Allen, one by Chris Cole, but we had 6 tackles for loss, so looked pretty good there too. They need to get Gunner to throw downfield. I think he's still getting kind of used to the vision of the field at this level. He had some opportunities certainly to throw the ball downfield. Hit a thumbs up, you football junkies. That he just didn't see him, or he felt like he tried to make a play with his legs a couple of times, and he really didn't get anywhere. Kind of seemed Austin Paey was kind of ready for that. So I'm really interested to see how we do with that next week. I mean, all in all, we didn't score a ton of points. We scored, I think, 14 in the first half, 14 in the second half, whatever it was. Seemed to be fine. The run game was good. Can't complain about the O-line. Wasn't too bad. The run game was actually excellent. We seemed to be able to move the ball at will. He didn't see players. No, he was not seeing them. He just wasn't. One of the things that I noticed is whenever we wanted to run the ball, we could run the ball. There wasn't a reason. We never got away from the run game. There was no reason to. Even though we had more yards through the air, it seemed like to me that we ran the ball a hell of a lot in this game and looked good doing it. We were getting good push. We were creating big openings. We were creating gaps where we needed to. So that was nice to be able to see. Let me go back here to. We're gonna talk about some other teams here in a minute. I think Georgia looked pretty good. Clemson's winning by 1 point right now, somehow. 17-16, third quarter, 6 minutes 30 seconds to go. Dude, you know I'm in a live right now. I don't know what you're doing. Clemson is at 17-16. Kentucky was giving Ole Miss all they could stand most of the game. Ole Miss is going to win that game. It's like 16 seconds to go. South Florida is up by 1 point right now, and South Florida has been giving Florida all they can stand all game. There's 10 minutes to go. It's still anybody's game. Miami's playing Bethune-Cookman right now. They're up 7 in South Carolina. South Carolina State's been delayed. So, yeah, you knew I was live, dude. I always do live after the game. He's so excited about the game. Ohio State lost their mind. Trenches. Ohio State lost their mind, decided to hang 70 on Grambling. I don't know why that was necessary. Somebody called a law. Penn State put 34 on Florida International. Georgia wins 28-6. Oregon beat Oklahoma State 69-3. Texas beat San Jose State 38-7, but looked bad doing it. Florida State, though, Florida State said, "Hold my beer and watch this." We'll come back to them in a second. Tennessee said 72. We're going to see your 70. We're going to go 72-17. And then Florida State said, "You know what? Kiss my behind. We're going to do 77-3. Oh, my God. Can you imagine a game where one team scores 77 points and the other team only scores 3? Reminds me of that national championship game. Them notes are a problem. What? No, I'm on the ESPN app right now. I'm just looking at this stuff, man. Texas Tech 62. I mean, it's been a great day for football. If you thought today was going to be boring, boy, was you wrong. This has been interesting all afternoon, all day. The Knowles are interesting. Yeah. I gotta reevaluate my position on them. Probably the biggest upset of the day was Baylor beat SMU 48-45 in double overtime. So, but there's still a lot of football to be watched. Michigan and Oklahoma play, which we thought that was going to be the big game of the day. I don't even know what's going to happen in that game after seeing everything I've seen so far. LSU plays here in a little bit. But everybody's going to be watching the Alabama ULM Monroe game, as am I. So we'll see you guys then. We'll do some reactions to that. You guys have a great day. God bless. Go Dogs. Where's the off button on this thing? Here it is.